What up, YouTube? It's your boy Saron with Wisdom Boxing, and we back with another one. And today we talking about a bad boy. We talking about Shakur Stevenson, who, in my opinion, will be the future of boxing for a long time to come. Every now and then in sports, you get that special prodigy, that athlete that just seemed to be God gifted, that has something different. Something that seemed like it was genetically or tailor-made, specifically for that person, like the Kobe Bryants, the LeBron Jameses, the Michael Jordans, the Floyd Mayweathers, that type of pedigree, those type of generational talents. Well, in the sport of boxing, you got Shakur Stevenson. And even though he's only 23 years old, and he has a record of 15 wins, 0 losses, with 8 knockouts, which is a 53% knockout ratio. Follow this dude now. Because, by the time he's at like 23 fights, when he's at that level, 24, I think he will be like the king of boxing for the most part. Or if not at that number one spot, then definitely, knocking down the doors coming for it. In my opinion right now, Shakur Stevenson is the hungriest guy in boxing. And that's scary. He came up a little short in the Olympics, which is it's a very big accomplishment in boxing to even make it to the Olympics, which he did. And he was like favored to win gold. So that says a lot about his skill and his talent. He came up a little short, winning the silver, and it literally broke his heart. Had this dude crying. He was devastated. Devastated. Turned pro, and since then is 15-0 with 8 knockouts, 53%, and has been dominant. Out of those 15 fights, he's fought a total of 81 rounds. And out of those 81 rounds that he's fought as a professional, he might have only lost maybe 4 or 5 rounds. And that is, that's questionable. So that says a lot. He's dominating. Every fight he fights, he's either going to have a unanimous decision, a knockout, or a technical knockout. When he fights, it's not close. You immediately see the blessing that this dude got, the talent level. And he's locked in. And the beautiful thing about it, why, this guy is a guarantee. Like, if he was a stock, go all in. Like, go all in and ride this stock because you're going to get money. Like, that is a for sure bet. Your value will go up 100% easy. Easy when you talk about Shakur Stevenson. And a lot of that, the reason why is because you have to look at what's behind him. His support system, his team, his manager, Andre Ward, one of the greatest fighters of all time. Andre Ward, future Hall of Famer, world-class athlete, high-class character guy. It don't get no better than an Andre Ward, okay? He also has James Prince, who, if you don't know who James Prince is, who's been, one of the anchors in the hip-hop rap industry from Houston, from Texas. He was in the back of the day when you had Scarface, back then. He's like the king of rap. You look up James Prince, one of the most respected guys in one of the biggest industries that makes a lot of money, and nobody fucks with James Prince. He's a no-nonsense guy, one of the best businessmen you're going to run into, but he's about that life. Like, nobody fucks with him for a reason. He's going to give respect, but that's not the kind of guy you cross a line with. Look him up, James Prince. And then, you got Terrence Crawford, who Shakur get to spar with, train with. When Shakur Stevenson is walking out to the ring, I've seen when he had Andre Ward and Terrence Crawford and James Prince walking him out. They see that he's the future pound for pound king. They see that, they support it. So they not going, that's why you don't see him at the club partying, even though he's 23 with money. You don't see him out like that. You know, if you look at his Instagram, you see he's not really flashy, flamboyant like that. I mean, he lives in the gym. You're going to find him in the gym training. He's hungry. And right now, he don't, have a belt at the weight class he just moved up to. Right now he's fighting as a super featherweight, which is 130 pounds. Prior to that, he was fighting at featherweight at 126 pounds. But, people with belts really don't want to fight him because it's a lot to lose. It's a risk factor. And, at the super featherweight division, I don't see anybody there that can really beat him. You got Michael Burchett that got 2 belts, the box rec and the WBC. You got Jamal Herring, who got the WBO belt. You got Jojo Diaz, who I like. He got the IBF. And then you got Michael Magnesi or something like that. He got the IBO belt. And then you got Tank Davis, who got the WBA belt. I love Tank Davis. I'm a huge fan. That'd be one of the best fights to watch in boxing, the Shakur Stevenson versus Tank Davis. That would be huge. But I think Shakur Stevenson might beat Tank Davis. He's just too disciplined. Fighters that level, that type of chess game, you can't have no flaws on your off time. And Shakur Stevenson, he lives that, and he got the Andre Wards and them behind him preaching and teaching that. Andre Ward come from that cloth. So, I don't see any of those guys really being able to beat him, Only Tank Davis that got action with that power, and he's very skilled. That fight is a 50-50 fight. But other than Tank Davis, Shakur Stevenson would beat him all easily. Easily. So this dude is the truth, you guys. He's pound for pound future king. Follow him now. Get your stock invested now, because this dude is going to give you your money's worth. Shakur Stevenson from Newark, New Jersey, man. This dude is the truth of boxing. He's the future. He came off an impressive win a couple days ago on Saturday against a tough opponent and made it look easy once again. He's making A-class fighters look average, y'all. Like some Floyd Mayweather type shit. But hope y'all like this video. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Tell a friend, y'all. Wisdom Boxing. We out.